hope this isn't too echoey. I'm in my bathroom. I just pulled out a few old projects, really old projects, over, golly, like this project on top has got to be, well, it's older than my oldest daughter, who is going to be 23. So I'm guessing this is maybe 25 years old. And this too has to be close to 25 years old. And then this little outfit I made for my oldest daughter. So it's probably 22 years old maybe. So I'm going to start with it. This, and we're just visiting old projects, some fun things that I've made in the past. I'm in my bathroom because the light in here is amazing. I have these huge windows, there's 2 of them, right over the bathtub. So I'm sitting on my bathtub and showing these off. This is a little feather whale corduroy dress. She wore this when she was 6 months or less. She was a really tall baby. She was 24 inches tall at birth, so I had this super tall baby. And I ran it through a pleating machine, a Sally Stanley pleating machine, and then I just hand smocked one little line, and then I did, let me put my hand inside so you can see the embroidery. So I did some little embroidery work on it. And both of my daughters wore this dress. It's kind of long and dusty. It's been in the back of the closet, but it looks a little like grape leaves, and then it has some little rosettes on it. So very simple, one of the first little smocked things I ever tried making. She was born in the summer, so, and then she wore this, actually she wore this to my brother's wedding. She would have been, he got married in like December 31st or January 1st, right around there, after she was born, so she would have been less than 6 months old when she wore that. This, I know I wore not soon after we were married. This is a very nice linen fabric, and it's a very simple little dress, little mini dress, and I just finished the whole thing off with bias tape and loved this dress. I'll never get back into it. I actually should see if one of my daughters can wear it, but it's a great, look at how you buy high quality fabrics and you take care of them. They wear forever. This looks like new, and it's lovely. I just loved everything about this dress. It's all just very simple construction. I know I made it in one afternoon, just searched together. I did do a machine blind hem on it. Has a little kick pleat in the back. And that's it. Super simple. This is the one that I really went there for and thought, oh, I'll show some others. So this is a nightgown, and it's made of a cotton batiste. And again, I ran it through the pleater. I've got little dust bunnies on everything. This has all been in the back of my closet. I ran it through the smocking pleater, and you can see how many rows deep I went, and then I hand smocked it. This is the front, I think. Yep, the back's simpler. Didn't do as much work on the back. And it's just like a little raglan sleeve. See, here's the sleeve. And then this, I kind of did heirloom techniques. It's got bias around the armhole to finish it off, and I actually hand picked it. The neckline is bias, but I machine stitched, and then I flipped and did hand stitching on it. I just think smocking makes the prettiest pleats. Look at how beautiful that is. And this is a floor length gown, so it's pretty simple, but it was very pretty on and nice and soft and delicate. And then poor thing's kind of in bad shape. I did do a machine hem on it. I was actually doing this, I worked for the Bernina store, and they just wanted to show off. They sold the Sally Stanley pleaters there. They sold this batiste. It shows off, let me show one of the little machine stitches that you can do on that machine. And then I did the machine hem, which is the only thing I regret. I wish I hadn't done the machine hem. It just, you can just see how large it took a bite out of the fabric. And this poor little fabric, it's got some little stains on it. This is very, very, very old. I've been married almost 28 years. I worked for this company I started working for them, let's see, it would have been 26 years ago. So this could not be, this has to be at least 24 years old, probably older than that, 25. So this is a pretty ancient little dress, but again, super high quality fabric, sewn together well, stored well, still looks like new. You actually can still see, you see this back here? This is the stabilizer that I used behind the stitching. When you do a decorative stitch like this, it's always important to put stabilizer behind it. It just keeps, especially when it's as soft and delicate as this is, to keep it from puckering or pulling. And you can see it's completely flat. It had no puckers or pulls at all. And it did great. So just a few little old projects. I've got a whole bunch more of silks, and I used to sew, well, I sew a ton now, but I used to sew a lot more fancies and intricate projects. So I'm going to dig out some of those. I have a beautiful tailored coat of Dana Buckman wool that is just stunning, that I think I wore for 3 months before I found out I was pregnant and never got back into it. It's a tiny coat, very fitted, but lovely. I just don't know where it is. So I will dig out more fun old projects and share them with you. Quick life update. I'm behind on my video schedule. I actually had a rigorous schedule of videos I wanted to get out and was really excited about it. But things don't go the way you plan, as usual. We ended up having a guest in our house for 2 weeks, and they were sleeping in the basement next to my sewing room. So whenever I would want to go and sew, there was somebody down there, and it just was not working out. So that put me behind a little bit. And then this weekend, they're gone now. They have, it was just a temporary thing. But this weekend I was so excited. I knew I was going to be able to sew again. And instead, I got very sick and ended up in the hospital for the whole weekend and had to have emergency surgery. So I'm now home, praise the Lord. But I spent Easter, the whole Easter weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, at the hospital and had surgery. So I'm home, I'm fine. I'm missing a gallbladder, which I'm going to be really grateful for because I was very ill and crazy ill. So not the way I planned on breaking my quarantine during a pandemic, and I certainly don't recommend going this route at all. So you get to see me. My hair's been in braids for days, and I look crazy and I have no makeup on, and I'm not going to be putting makeup on anytime soon. I'm just going to go rest. But I will be back to the sewing machine hopefully soon. I'm anxious to sit and sew. I just am uncomfortable because of the surgery and having a hard time just sitting and leaning over and a lot of little things like that. So as soon as I can, I'll be back at it. I have projects all lined up and ready to go. So soon, I will be back at the sewing machine and we can be sewing together. I hope everyone's staying safe and sane and out of the ER. Bye.